Good morning, pregame crew. It is Wednesday, January 12th, 2022, 8:22 a.m. Eastern, 6:22 a.m. Mountain Time. We are getting ready for CPI data in 8 minutes. Good morning, audio-visual check, please. Hi, Sang, Mark, RG, Greg, Luciano, Night Truck, Veronica, Amara, Asia, James, Amaka, Mary. Good morning, Mary. We'll get started in just a few. If you have a ticker request, you can ask it now. If you don't follow me on Twitter, why not? Let's be friends. And then I did not ask permission from Mary to show this, but considering it's on public Twitter, I'm assuming it's okay. Look at Mary's new grandbaby. Look at the little nose and ears. So cute. Congratulations, Mary. This is our new pregame crew member of 2041. Repeat. You may have it on twice, Kevin. Hello. I don't hear an echo. Kevin, you may have it on twice. Okay, Ford. Let's look at it. We were looking at a top fish over here the other day. 1 second, let me get my bearings. 4-hour head and shoulders is what it's looking like, even though I love this chart. Let's look at it on 2-day. 2-day potential bull flag, which we know these faux head and shoulders. They so wrong for that. Head and shoulders, and you think it's a head and shoulders, and you look on the higher time frame, and we have a beautiful pennant forming with Ford. Ford is one of my favorite picks for this year. I love Ford. Simba, is that her name, or is it a boy or girl? Oh, awesome. Okay, let's do XOM. CPI numbers come out in just a bit. Let me show you what they're expecting so you can be prepared. Real quick. So CPI data, they're expecting an increase of 0.5% month over month. That's what mom means, month over month, for a 7.1% year over year. Food and energy, 0.6% increase. That doesn't mean that's the CPI number. The CPI number would then in that case be 5.5, meaning that we're paying 5% more in food and energy year over year from December 2020 to December 2021. And then overall consumer price index, we're paying 7% more year over year, December 20th to 2021. So let me tell y'all the key numbers real quick. Let's go over them. Let me get my notepad out. I'll go over your questions in a bit. Here's what we want. We want 7.0 or lower. Anything with a 6 in the front, bullish. Meaning if it's 6.9, 6.8, we're looking for a decrease. Even though I just moved that, sorry to be dizzy, but we're looking for a lower low on this chart. We're tired of these higher highs. We want a lower low. All right, hey MG, hey Judd. Oh my gosh, Mary, I can't. How sweet. Yes, we're partial to Matthews in our room. We're totally partial to Matthews. Okay, so CPI 7.4 or higher. Watch for bearish response, volatility. 7.0 to 7.4. It should be a sleeper, meaning that the market doesn't get rattled. And if someone could post those results when they come out, I'd appreciate it. I will do my best to grab them as fast as I can, but y'all will definitely be faster than me. So this is what we're waiting for. So on XOM, someone asked me about XOM. It's a beautiful chart. Energy is just flying. But remember, XOM is not at all-time highs. We're at 52-week highs, but not all-time highs. So we still have some luggage overhead. Your next obvious baggage overhead, 73.12. And you just really need to be careful about this because raging bulls, we have CPI data that could impact this trade idea, possibly going short XOM. And also we have oil inventory at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So please remember that. Hi, Kevin, Hamburglar, Scott, Mary, Rhea, Mustang, Kevin. 10 pounds. Wow. Big baby. Okay. Neo. Let's go over Neo real quick. So Neo. There's no love lost between me and Neo. I don't like it because when it doesn't typically respond well to TA, meaning it does have a pattern. It'll break resistance and fall, break support and then bounce. So right now your resistance overhead is at 31.21. I would look to short that area. What's our hourly RSI? Hourly RSI is approaching overbought. I would look to short 31.21. If you get past that, your next resistance is 31.50. Hey John, hey Ronnie, Train Man. Okay, real quick, for those of you just joining me, here's what we're looking for the CPI. 7.0 or lower. If we get a 6.9 anything on CPI, that will be bullish for the market. And even though odds favor a lower high compared to 4808 on these bounces, look, we favored a lower high here. We favored a lower high here, and we just went straight up to all-time highs. So remember, with ES, it can really, we're not far away from all-time highs. We just need this CPI data to come in safely. And we have a potential hourly diamond pattern, which isn't a very reliable pattern. I just like to make note of it when I see it. We just double topped at 471825. What I'm watching today is, this morning, 472575. So the way that you trade CPI is if you are a ninja, meaning a very experienced, consistently profitable trader, you can trade futures against these key levels. So we have this key level up here at 4725. That's the golden pocket. We may reject there initially. And that's what I'm watching. Okay, it's 6:30. All right, what's the numbers? Looking. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a bullish response. And so this is where I say we look at that 4725. Look, we hit it to the penny. That's where you look to short that. So you short those hits at those really key levels and then wait for the reverse. If it breaks through 2 or 3 points, then you stop out. But that's why I've been screaming 472575 from the rooftops. We have to know our levels. Bitcoin and crypto on my other screen is popping. That's interesting. So Bitcoin is getting through that resistance of 43594. Next resistance on Bitcoin is way up at 45,000. So that's bullish. So the dollar must be getting whacked. How do I know the dollar's getting whacked? Because Bitcoin is popping and they typically go in versus different asset classes. Okay, what is it? 0.5 versus 0.4. All right. So 7%. All right, so 7%. Thanks, Judd. So here's what we were talking about earlier. So it's at 7. So 7% or lower. If it were lower with a 6 in front, that's bullish. Between 7.0 and 7.4, what we are expecting is the market shouldn't get too rattled by that. So it could be a neutral response and bulls could go about their normal everyday life that they've had the last 2 days. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm just looking at energy prices, food prices, nothing disturbing there. Okay, so it's looking like I would still look to short this 472575 on a move up to this level. But it looks like the market is somewhat pleased because we thought this would be a sleeper. So we always get that initial reaction either up or down, and then it finds its true direction later. So your key support is 4695. 4695. I just think that's so freaking cool. Golden pocket got hit. Okay. If you're interested in my chart setup, it's on the screen now. I'm going to take it off to save real estate. You can always rewind if you miss it and screenshot it. The indicators that I use are literally the number one question I get asked, and it's the least important question you should be asking, which is kind of crazy, huh? Because indicators, everyone's looking for the holy grail, and it doesn't exist. Price action is king, queen, prince, and princess. You don't need indicators for price action. You don't need it. It helps you on your journey, sure, but you don't need it. It's literally the most important thing. If you ask me right now, how can I become more successful at trading? The first thing I would say is decrease the number of indicators on your chart and decrease the number of tickers that you watch. It's and decrease the number of trades that you take. It's usually opposite of what you think. All right, what's going on? I would say a sleeper is almost bullish because the market didn't get too scared because it wasn't over that feared 7.4. So we may have a bullish continuation out of this 4725, and then your next resistance is prior support 4747. 4747 is your next resistance over that key 4725. US 10-year looks like it's reacting slightly bearishly. We just need this thing to keep chilling out. Keep making lower lows. Nasdaq, sorry for the busyness. We had this inverse head and shoulders we were watching yesterday that came to fruition. Let's take this off the chart. And the clearest time frame I see on a lot of these charts is the 2 hour. So you see the 2 hour, this key trend line, any push down to that trend line and hold is a buy area. So resistance is the high of this reaction, 15929. And then it would be 16,000 psychological, and then 16139. I would not call this a bull break yet. We need to get a candle close above 15900. I would say on the hourly, a start number one that we've broken this bullish. Okay. Okay. So on the 2 hour, I'm watching these lines. Let me show you. That's on Nasdaq. On RTY, we have a line, and on ES, we have a line. So I would be watching this area on any pullback. Again, your next resistance is 4747 on ES. RTY. RTY, that's a nice bull break. That's a little more meaningful. Even though it's only $5 with RTY, that's a bigger move. So your next level is 2219, 2219, and your new key support on RTY, 2186. Check out your hourly. Check out your hourly charts. If you're not overbought on the hourly, on the chart you're watching, it has room to give. I like to call that runway. So let me show you. Not that. Look at the runway that we have for RTY. We're not close to hourly overbought, so we still have room to run. So don't try to top highs when you see that the price is extended. Is the RSI extended? Does it have room to move? YM. Hourly's not overbought. A more convincing break. Your next resistance, 36418. Okay, ES is over that 4725. Now I'm looking bullish. VIX. VIX, we had this bear flag. Wasn't that fun yesterday? We saw it pop up to that key $21, 2106 area we've been monitoring, and down she went. And I posted in the TCG room about UVIXY in the 10-minute chart. It was like the most beautiful short opportunity and long opportunity on the market because typically they run inverse. I posted about right here looking for a lower high on the 10-minute and 15-minute on UVIXY. Lower high and down, and I shorted VXM. That is a micro futures contract on TOS, and I like shorting it when I find these clear setups on VIX. So VIX is just melting down. The good news about VIX, oh, I just got rid of my rid of my Squeeze Pro. I didn't mean to do that. So look how VIX, look at the fear is just leaving the market, just melting. So I make a habit on these extreme pops into resistance to short UVixie puts 2 to 3 months out, and it just continues to work very well for me. So this is not the area to go short, but on the next pop of VIX, it's a beautiful area to add UVixie shorts 2 to 3 months out. Bitcoin is really liking this action in response to CPI. Your next resistance will be 44,000 psychological, 45. Let me type that out. Next resistance. And again, I do not monitor the room when I'm ripping through charts, but the mods can answer your question. 44K, not that. 45K, and then 45,500. That's your next resistance on Bitcoin. And your new key support, 42,700. Ethereum, 3240 is your key support, 3240. And then your next resistance is 3,400, 3,500, then 3,585. All right, it's 8 minutes into this show, and here I am introducing myself. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis, and if you haven't checked us out, we are chartguys.com. We have an awesome trading community. We have a swing report service. We have courses, and we teach traders technical analysis, and we teach them how to trade. And what I do every morning is go over indices, crypto, commodities, movers, shakers of the day. And if we have news coming out, I like to cover that and prepare you. I hope you felt prepared today. I think we nailed it. Dollar, lower lows. Is this break on the dollar? Ha! This is the break, y'all. Inside bar bear break on Dixie. That should make gold pop. Gold is it very tame right here? That's odd. The algo action on gold is odd. Please be careful. This doesn't make any sense. If the dollar's pulling back that hard, typically you're going to get a better pop on gold. Resistance is 1823, support 1814. Oil inventory today at 10:30 Eastern. I have made decent money shorting oil while it's been a raging bull, but I'm just taking my clues very crisply on shorter time frames, and I'm flipping it for 50 cents because I'm looking for that lower high compared to 85.41. I'm not going to take another short of oil until the inventory report is over. I have been posting my entries and exits in our commodities channel if you're interested in that kind of stuff. So I'm looking to short XLE, but again, I have to wait till oil inventory is over. Nat gas is just making a major statement that this monthly higher low is now set at 3638. We're still inside bar with December's action, but the size of this move is giving bulls more confidence to bottom fish a higher low on the weekly and the daily. We have inventory tomorrow, don't forget. We also have a holiday Monday, stock market holiday for Martin Luther King Day, so please don't forget that. Key support is 438, resistance 449, high of this move, then over 449. You're looking at 4648. All right. Oh, you're welcome, Fred. Yeah, like the video, please. Like the video, like our channel, subscribe, and hit notify. That would be awesome. So on Apple, here's what I was looking at. I wanted to make sure I kept this on the chart. I just want to show you Apple had a 7.5% pullback back here, and I'm measuring it from the lower high. If we go from the higher high, it's almost exact, 8.05 and 8.07. The market loves symmetry. Symmetry meaning a pullback of 8%, noted, pullback of 8%, buy. So the market loves these types of symmetry, and it has a wonderful memory. So what I'm looking at is a potential short from 17750, looking for the daily lower high. But the way that the bulls are rocking, and 4 hour is not overbought and hourly is not overbought. So I would start looking for a potential short on Apple with hourly overbought. And I say all of that while starting with that we resumed from an 8% pullback to an all-time high. And then we pulled back 8%. Could we go straight back up and nail a new all-time high? Absolutely, we could. In the short term, I'm looking for some pauses, but I'm not going to front run them. Meaning, I'm not going to project my will on the market. I need price to pause. I need lower highs, lower lows. I need an area to short. So on Apple, I just wanted to show you we still have runway on the hourly and the 4-hour, room to move, and we could absolutely zip back to an all-time high without a big sweat. But temporary consolidation may come, and it may come the last half of this day. We don't know yet. I'm just going to play it by ear and take it easy this morning. The bull positions I have, I'm going to walk my stops up, and I'm going to be very hesitant and let's see, what's the right word? Methodical about approaching shorts. I'm going to be very methodical. I'm not just going to jump in willy-nilly. I'm going to put my fishing pole out, and when the fish hits the bait, then I'll jump in or reel in. What is it? Whatever. Amazon. This is not a setup that I see. I just wanted to show you areas versus legalistic zones. So we have this area on Amazon around 3,200. Price has not closed below 3,200 on the week. And I would make a statement that as long as the weekly chart is closing above 3,200, it's a dip buy opportunity on Amazon, attempting to nail this weekly squeeze and this monthly squeeze that we've been in since, I would even say September of 2020, 15 months, but for sure February of last year. So for a year, we've been going sideways on Amazon. I'm looking for a break of this range, and I will forever be looking to buy the dip below 32 or at 3,200 as long as the weekly closes above it. And it's just a reminder, when you get stopped out, so we broke that 31.76, and you pull back up and get a 15-minute trend change to the upside, boom, right there. Over 31.73 was the entry. Here. Yeah, I'm still watching Bitcoin out the corner of my eye. Ethereum is still rolling. Bitcoin is still rolling. Congrats. Congrats. Crypto bulls. Okay, so GS. GS, I am looking for a top fish again against 40437. We were all about it yesterday. I know some of you nailed it. I hope none of you got caught in the end of day move, but I'm still looking for a top fish against 40437. So if this market is rolling this morning, do you think this is going to be my number one move, shorting GS? No. There's no surprise that my long ideas yesterday are what worked with the market, because the market was bullish and my short ideas didn't work. So that makes complete sense. So my short ideas may be the worst ideas of the day if the market's rocking. So I love a short against 40437, and most importantly is 405, prior support. I would look to short a bounce to those areas on GS, but only if the market starts consolidating. If we're just going to rock, then I'm going to leave my short ideas alone. ITB. I thought this was really cool. We don't talk about RSI a lot in here as far as patterns, but look at that pattern. I could probably tweak it just a tiny bit, but look at this pattern on ITB daily. How cool is that? So we can't make that same trend line here because this was a little lower down. We can't make that trend line there, but we can make it here. So even though we broke to lower lows, ITB could be making a monthly bull flag. It would need to clean up this month's candle. It's a little bearish. But I am making a statement that ITB could be a buy around $75 on a dip buy opportunity, attempting to nail the bottom, which is counter trend trading and a high probability of getting stopped out. Aw, that's awesome, Flash Gordon. Thank you so much. I appreciate the kind comments. Okay, Nike. Let's look at Nike. Nike is in a monthly uptrend. And if you're a Nike bull, you're not feeling like it's an uptrend. You feel smacked in the face. The Chinese numbers are really poor as far as, excuse me, their Chinese sales last quarter. So it's been pulling back pretty hard. But daily is oversold, looking for a monthly high or low. Monthly high or low, daily oversold. So, and retail was really muted yesterday, meaning tech got all the fun. And I'm not saying this is going to get any fun, but the bulls would love to see some type of inverse head and shoulders on the 2-hour and nail that monthly high or low relative to either the low of Monday, 14760, or the last monthly high or low at 14437. I got those out of order. Lulu was a name for us on Monday, and it was so much fun. We got this great bounce. This was my box from Monday saying look for a dip buy on Lulu. And then we got an inside bar yesterday. So if we pull back anywhere toward 337, I would look for a dip buy. The daily is still oversold. Despite 2 days of bounces, the daily RSI is 26, looking for a monthly high or low. Like that setup, Queen of the Mountain. We did Nike. Peloton, if you followed me on the tax loss harvesting ideas, Peloton was my #1 name because the daily was set up so bullishly with this falling wedge. And now I'm saying, what a beautiful bounce. If you missed it, the place to bottom fish will be a back burner setup. So if you go to 15 minute, look, I have my alert set here. And 15 minutes more conservative than 5 minute. 5 minute may work, but a bottom fish around $36, $35.78 I like, and I'm waiting for this 15 minute oversold alert on Peloton. All right. Qualcomm. So Qualcomm, man, I can't, is that it? I don't know how to say it. 18836 is resistance. I love this name to the long side, but I think we're extended here. We have this daily squeeze that's a beaut. Clark, she's a beaut. We held the 50 RSI. I love this chart. We're holding the daily 50 MA, but I need a pullback from here. I can't buy it, so I'm going to delete this here. I can't buy it up here. So I would watch for 15 minute oversold. You see I already have my alert here. I'm ready to buy a 15 minute oversold on QCOM if I can get it. Pull back, please. And now it may be a 5 minute oversold. I should probably set my alert for that one too, because I want an entry. If you miss the initial entry, those pullbacks will come, should come. Tesla, 1080 is the number. If you don't have that on your chart, shame on you. 1080 is the number. This move up here, up here, up here. We have just been battling at that line. So 1080. So I would look to short Tesla below 1080 and go long Tesla above 1080. About that simple. We ended up with an hourly EQ, so I pull back to around 1055 area, 1053. Could be a pullback area buy, so that's an exception to my short below 1080. But I would only short if it's approaching 1080. Once it gets above it, I would flip to long. But we did end up yesterday with an hourly EQ. So I like Tesla for a pullback buy. TSM, I've talked to you about this one ad nauseum. Look at this weekly squeeze, hold a 50 RSI. We had earnings. When did we have earnings? Oh, we have earnings. That's right. Okay, scratch this idea. Earnings may give us the pullback that we've been looking for and dreaming of, so maybe keep it on your radar for this week. I like TSM for a swing, but we got to get through earnings first. XLE. I like the idea of shorting 64.71 resistance, but only after oil inventory, not now. We are very much extended. Hourly RSI 80, 4-hour RSI 86. Yes, please. And I'm looking at ERY, and I'm going to approach it slowly. Volume was 2 million yesterday, so it has enough liquidity. It's just so low price. When you get these 2 times ETFs that are low priced, sometimes they don't move as nicely. So ERY is a 2 times energy short, and DRIP is a 3 times XOP short, which is oil and gas, and that gas is super bullish too, so I don't know that I'd mess with DRIP. XLE is what I'm looking to short, so ERY or short XL or go long XLE puts or short XLE outright. But we've got a clear resistance level now. We have to wait for price to pause. We can't front run this, especially with oil inventory. Okay. What indicator do I love the most? Price is number 1. I would say RSI is number 2, and the Squeeze Pro indicator is number 3. Okay. All right. Well, I have to I have to wrap up. Dan needs to use the YouTube channel, so I'm going to go over. I saw Aaron requested IIPR, so let's look at IIPR. Daily is oversold, Aaron. 211. We lost that. We lost 209. You're just in no man's land right here. Yesterday's low becomes super important, and then 200 below that. Bulls have a lot of work to do to rebuild the structure on this chart, Aaron, so I wouldn't get too overly eager until you see more bull volume. There's no volume backing up that small dead cat bounce yesterday. All right, that's it for me. I'm going to wrap it up. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notify button. Follow me on Twitter, Chart Gal Lori, and TCGers, I'll see you in the room.